Welcome back to Mythology and Lore, where ancient stories live again through the gods, monsters, and mortals who shaped them. Today, we unravel one of most haunting tales from Greek mythology, the story of Pandora's box, a tale of divine vengeance, mortal curiosity, and the fragile thread of hope. Prometheus, the titan of foresight, dared to challenge Zeus himself. When the gods demanded that humanity offer sacrifices, Prometheus played a trick. He split an ox in two, one half full of glistening fat but hiding bones, the other filled with fresh meat concealed beneath a repulsive stomach. Zeus, judging by appearance, chose the bones. Mankind kept the meat. Furious, but bound by his word, Zeus upheld the choice and kept the bones. But he retaliated. He stole fire from mankind, leaving them to freeze in darkness. Thankfully, Prometheus wasn't done. In secret, he climbed Mount Olympus and stole fire back. He hid it in a hollow fennel stalk and brought it to humanity. This final insult enraged Zeus. The theft of fire wasn't just defiance, it was empowerment. It made humans dangerous. It made them hopeful. And Zeus would see that hope crushed. Prometheus was punished severely. He was chained to a rock, and every day an eagle tore at his liver. Every night it regrew, eternal punishment. His brother Epimetheus helped him hide at first, but the gods found him. And now Zeus wanted more than revenge. He wanted mankind to suffer. Not with brute force, with subtlety, with poison dressed as a gift. Hephaestus, the god of fire and craftsmanship, was Zeus's blacksmith and builder of divine weapons. Inside his smoky forge beneath Mount Olympus, the god hammered bronze and flame into divine form. Today, his hands would shape something else.
Hephaestus, you will sculpt a woman, one unlike any the world has ever seen.
A woman? From clay?
Yes, beautiful, flawless. She will be our weapon.
What will she do?
Whatever I command. She will be a curse wrapped in silk.
Hephaestus obeyed. From clay, he molded a woman with radiant skin and enchanting eyes. Her form was graceful, her smile mysterious. Zeus named her Pandora, all-gifted. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, clothed her in a gown woven from the night sky and the gold of dawn. Aphrodite, goddess of love and desire, gave her beauty to shame any goddess. The Graces, spirits of charm, adorned her with jewels and laughter. Hermes, the cunning messenger of the gods, gave her a silver tongue and the art of persuasion.
Speak, Pandora. Let them hear the gift of your voice.
You dress me like a prize and expect obedience? What am I, a bride? Or a trap?
The gods laughed. Even Zeus smiled. She was everything he needed.
Enough. It is time she met her husband.
Epimetheus, a titan and brother of Prometheus, lived alone in the hills, far from Olympus. His days were filled with tending animals and avoiding divine attention. But even isolation could not protect him. One evening, as golden light spilled over the valley, Zeus descended.
Zeus, to what do I owe this visit?
Loneliness, perhaps. I bring you a gift. A wife.
A wife?
Her name is Pandora. She is yours, if you accept. And you shall receive another gift. A box. But remember this, never open the box.
She arrived with an ornate container, tall, sealed, painted with gods and monsters.
What's in the box?
That is not for you to know, only to guard.
Epimetheus remembered Prometheus's warning to never accept gifts from Zeus. But loneliness whispered louder, and Pandora looked into his eyes with such human wonder. The wedding was held in a blooming grove at the foot of Olympus. The gods gathered in full splendor, Athena laid out a shimmering veil. Dionysus poured wine from golden pitchers. Apollo played his golden lyre, and the muses sang in chorus. Zeus presided, seated on his high throne.
Do you, Prometheus, accept Pandora as your wife?
I do.
And do you, Pandora, accept Prometheus, to honor, obey, and never cause trouble?
I accept, so long as he respects what I am.
They were wed under a sky of stars. Toasts were made, laughter filled the grove. Then Zeus placed the box in their home.
Remember, do not open it.
Their cottage was simple but full of light. At first, Pandora adjusted well. She asked questions, she laughed. She brought life to the farm. But the box never left her thoughts. It whispered from the attic.
Pandora, don't you want to know what they hide from you?
Prometheus, why won't you let me look?
Because it's dangerous. I don't know how, but it is.
She tried to forget, took up weaving, learned to cook, but questions spilled from her constantly.
Why does the sun set? Why do leaves fall? Why does knowledge feel like hunger?
Prometheus grew weary. The joy faded. The silence between them grew. One morning, when the wind was still and the sky cloudless, Pandora ascended to the attic. The box sat in shadow.
Just one look, that's all.
She lifted the lid. A great howling wind escaped. Shadows took flight. Out poured pestilence and pain, envy, rage, war, sickness, grief, death. The evils raced across the earth.
Pandora, what have you done? Shut it!
Together they slammed the lid shut. But the damage was done.
I didn't mean.
Inside the box, one presence remained. A flicker of gold. A voice.
I am hope. Let me remain. Let people find me when all else is lost.
And they did. In war, in ruin, in sorrow, hope never left. Pandora's box unleashed chaos, but it also revealed something else. Even when the gods strike, even when darkness spreads, hope endures. This myth is not only about punishment. It is about trust, about knowledge, about humanity's capacity to err and to heal. Thanks for watching Mythology and Lore. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.